Hello, welcome to the Pidgin channel, a channel where we learn to speak Pidgin English in 2 weeks. So do like this video if you do like it, and remember to subscribe. I'll be putting out loads and loads and loads of videos on aspects of the Pidgin language. So welcome. Let's begin. Hello, welcome to this short video about tenses in English. As you may well know, one of the biggest mistakes people make about the Pidgin language is that they assume that there are no tenses. I've read things like it's a very simple language. It's richest grammar. It's not true. Pidgin does have a very intricate way of bringing the tenses. We're going to look at some of them in a second. But I just want to tell this story. It's a true story. I went once to buy food on the side of the road with an English person. And he said, usually ask the woman who was selling food to give you your food. And he said, "Mommy, don't give me chop." He knew chop is food. He knew the words. But done, when he used the word done, he was actually saying the woman had given him food already. But he was asking, I think he was using the word done to mean, do give me food. Don't give me chop. So let's go and see the various ways you can tell things in Pidgin, and you situate it on a timeline. Okay, let's go right in. I'm going to start with the word chop. In Pidgin, chop means to eat. It also means food. So that's my chop. Now my chop that. I did chop, I'm eating. So chop, it's the food and the act of consuming the food. I don't know where the word comes from. I've looked in the dictionary and it must have been derived from some English word. I think, but if you think about it, when you eat up food, you did chop up your food in your mouth. The act of masticating is some kind of chopping. Maybe that's where it comes from. Then we are not going to worry about the origin. We should know chop means food. It also means to eat. So you can say in the present, I did chop. I mean, I am eating. I'm in the process of eating. If you want to, like a mom is calling out to a daughter or a son to do something. You say, "Mommy, I did chop." Oh, I did chop means I'm eating. I cannot do what you're asking me because I'm eating at the moment. The O is another thing about Pidgin which we'll look at later. It's just for emphasis. It kind of helps. It's almost like it makes it nicer. If you say, "I did chop," it's rude. "I did chop," oh, it's almost pleading. It's a nicer way of saying it. So I did chop, that's the present. I be one chop. I be one chop is I was going to eat. So it's in the almost immediate past. I was going to eat. One, we say one, there's no T. It means I wanted to eat. Or not wanted as, I don't know, not intention, but almost about to. I be the chop. That's the present continuous. I was eating. Or I am eating. I be the chop means I was eating. So it's when you're telling a story, you say, "Oh, I be the chop when this man knocked on the door." I be the chop. I was eating. I don't chop. The story of my friend will say, "Mommy, don't give me chop." I don't chop means I have eaten. You've eaten already. It's in the past. I go chop. Go, the future. Like in French and Spanish, they use the word to go to indicate something which happens in the future. So I go chop means I'll eat later. I go chop for afternoon. I'll eat in the afternoon. I be done chop. I be done chop. I think it might be the imperfect, the imperfect in French. I had already eaten. So those are the tenses: chop, You situate it where on a timeline. I be done chop. I go chop. I don't chop. I be the chop. I be one chop. I did chop. So that's a chop. All the other verbs in English follow the same pattern. So we'll just rush through a couple of them. Just remember that be done, I be want, and you've got it sorted. Most of the verbs in English, in Pidgin English, are derived from English. There are some which do not. Or you might find it difficult to realize that they were just English words kind of changed a bit. Okay, let's move to the next one. The next verb we're going to look at is to walk. In Pidgin, there's no to. It's called waka. You can also say waka, but waka. It means walking. It can also mean go on past. They use it in many ways, but it comes from the word to walk. So adi waka means I'm walking. Abi one waka, I was going to walk. I was going to go for a walk. Abi di waka, I was walking. So it's he or she was in the process of walking. I don't waka. It means I've walked. Usually people use it like, I've walked about this place looking for something. They would say, I don't waka all over this place. I've been walking around all this place looking for a shop that sells water. I don't waka sote the fine place of watadi. I go waka. I go, the future. I'll go for a walk. I be done waka. I had already walked. I had already been for a walk. Actually, if somebody wants to say, I've already been out for a walk, they would say, I be done go for waka. There are different ways of doing it. So waka, walk, but when we're talking about taking a walk, I think most people, they'll say, let me go and make I go straighten my foot. Like what they call le sampa in French. They just like a normal walk for health would use the expression, make I straighten my foot. It's like, let me stretch my legs. Yeah, I think so, yeah. That's how it's translated directly from the English. Let me stretch my legs. Let me go for a small waka. So that's waka. And the other expressions, waka waka could be somebody who's all over the place. It also mean somebody who is, you can rely on them to do. They even use it in terms of relationships. Somebody who is unfaithful to their partner, somebody might tell you, that person is waka plenty. So yes, so walk, there are loads of expressions you can use waka. There's actually a famous, it's a joke. I think she was the first lady of Nigeria. She asked somebody, now you want waka come? Now you want waka come? Did you walk to this place by alone? Now you want waka come? You can actually say, let's join waka. No, join waka. Let's go together. So that's waka. And we'll look at one other verb just to kind of sear the idea of the 6 different ways of situating things in Pidgin into your mind. Like I said, most verbs in Pidgin are derived from English. They might pronounce it differently, but it's the same thing. To sleep, we don't use it to in Pidgin. If you use it to, it would sound as if you don't know what you're talking about. So I can say, I did sleep. I am sleeping. So the D actually takes the place of the ing. I'll be one sleep. I had wanted to sleep. I'll be the sleep. I was sleeping. I don't sleep. I'm already asleep. I go sleep. I will sleep in the future. I'm going to sleep in the next 5 seconds. I be done sleep. I slept already. So I be done takes it further into the past. So there you are. Simple. Take any verb you know in Pidgin and just put the be done, and you'll make yourself understood. Okay. Now it's up to you. You know the 6 different ways you can conjugate verbs in Pidgin, and there's another video about the personal pronouns. I is I, you, them. So it's up to you now. Take any verb you want. Just play with it. Go. Even greeting, to salute in Pidgin will say salute. Say, Adi saluto. Say, I am greeting you guys. It's a way of, instead of saying good morning, you can just walk past, say, Adi saluto, or throw a salute. So I remember when we were kids, greeting neighbors was very important. So if you walk past an elderly neighbor, not even your mother's friend, without saying good morning or good afternoon, and they told your mom, you would be in problem. You'd be in lots of trouble. So loads of arguments. Oh, I don't salute you. No, I don't salute you for morning time. So I greeted the person an hour ago. Why should I greet them now? I hated greeting. There are people you have to greet every single time you see them. You said, no, I don't already salute you. So now it's up to you. Look for verbs. Keep them in English if you want. And then just use that format. One last thing, since we are talking about tenses, and I just thought I should throw something in about plurals. There are none in English, in Pidgin English. If you want to denote that there's many of something, you either say the number. I get 1 mango, I get 2 mango, I get 4 mango. So the mango stays the same. You don't say, I get 4 mangoes. If you say that, you're not speaking Pidgin, you're speaking English in Pidgin. You can also use them. That means there are many of them. There's more than one. You can't say, plenty. I want plenty mango. Means I need more than one. Pack up mango there for fridge. There are many mangoes in the fridge when it becomes uncountable. So that's a bonus on plural. Don't have to worry about it. Use the singular and then use something to indicate that it's more than one. Okay, take care. I hope you enjoyed this short video. And we shall see in the next video. Take care. Like if you like the video. Subscribe. And I hope your Pidgin is picking up rather nicely. This is it's an easy way of getting into Pidgin. You can use all your verbs in English and just situate it back, forward, down. And you'll be singing all the way to the market.